Hey dreamers, this is Jade. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm here for another journal catch up session and wanted to bring you all along. And so I am just catching up entries in my mini bullet journal where I didn't either write anything down or I know I wanted to get down some stickers and decorations first. And so I'm putting it down before I actually do my writing. So yeah, anyway, this day I actually had an MRI. It was like full of MRIs this month, or like from September through October. I think I had like 3 MRIs and I ended up having to have another one. I'll let you know what happened to me around sometime in late October, like the 25th. I was sitting at my desk and something just started feeling weird. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it to you. I just felt off. And then when I got up to walk, I felt very unsteady. I could walk just fine at that time, but I felt very unsteady. And it just kind of got progressively worse. I went down for dinner. My mom could see that something was kind of wrong with me or whatever, but I was fine. Like my cognitive abilities were fine. I could talk. Could whatever. I had no problems like reading, talking, anything like that. Anyway, I was upstairs. I come back upstairs after eating dinner, and I had some books in my hand that I was putting in a pile in my closet. And my left side had kind of started feeling really, really heavy. I started actually feeling that downstairs, especially my leg. My arm was a little heavy, but not like how my leg was, and it was a little weak. I didn't know what was going on. Anyway, I was reaching to put those books in a pile on my floor, but I did it with my left hand. And when I tell y'all, the momentum of that just flipped me over into the closet. Like I fell right into the closet. So once I was finally able to get up, I went to the emergency room, and we found out that I had a stroke. They had to transfer me to the main campus hospital. It was a boondoggle, okay? It was a mess. And then from there, it was more tests and all that kind of stuff, and that's how they found out I had a stroke. I ended up having to have a transfusion and then an exchange transfusion. But all this by this time, my leg was just pretty much dead. It was, I don't know how to explain it. Okay, it was what one of the doctors explained to me was like my left leg, I could not move it. It just felt like 2 tons of bricks or whatever. And the guy was explaining to me, because initially I could still kind of hobble to like the bathroom and stuff, but it just got progressively worse and progressively heavy, and I really couldn't do anything with it. And like trying to move and stuff, people had to help me, and it almost felt like my leg was actively working against me. So if I was trying to tell it to go, like to slide to the left or to the right, it was like it was actively going the other way or not. And one of the doctors was telling me, when I was the physical therapist was telling me that I had a anyway, I'm saying all that to say I had a stroke. And the doctor was telling me that you know, since I had the stroke, there's a bit of a miscommunication, and I just have to kind of relearn or whatever. And that, so if I'm like telling my leg to go one way, those programs were lost. So it was just like it's firing off everything at one time, and that's why my leg would just like lock up and not do anything, or felt like it was working against me. It was a mess. So I was in the hospital for a while, and finally they ended up they gave me a choice, and I ended up transferring to a rehab for physical therapy so I could get back on my feet, because I was scared, y'all. It was scary. Like I felt like, what if I never am able to move this leg on my own? Am I always going to have to depend on somebody to just do basic stuff like go to the bathroom or get in my bed and it was a mess, okay? But thankfully my senses and stuff started coming back pretty fairly fast for what happened or whatever. So yeah, I ended up getting transferred to the physical therapy, but even before then I was already up, walking with a walker and stuff like that, and it just got better, progressively better. So the rehab, I was supposed to be there like 7 to 10 days, but I actually ended up leaving in 5. They was like, everything you're doing really well, you're progressing well. Of course, now I still have outpatient that I have to start in like mid to late November, and that's fine with that until they decide that I'm good enough to be discharged. I'm good with that, but it's getting progressively better every day, and I'm just glad that that feeling that I'm gonna be stuck like this forever has gone away, and especially since they started explaining to me what was happening and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, if you've ever had a stroke like that, I commiserate with you. I understand, and it is scary. So yeah, but thankfully it didn't affect me to the point where, as I said, I did not have my cognitive abilities, like my speech was off, or I couldn't talk or think or whatever, anything like that. My sympathies to anyone that experiences a stroke to that level, because that would be scary as well. um, Thankfully, I'm fine. I am finally back home. It only took me 5 days to do rehab. And as I said, I'll still be doing outpatient, but I am at home. And everything, I have to take things slow, but it is progressively better. I can walk on my own. I barely use the walker unless I'm like just really feeling tired or something. But like for the last few days, I haven't used it at all, pretty much. So yeah, and then I just actually just went down and took a walk with my sister. She surprised me when she heard what happened. She hopped in the car with the dog and came down. So her, my brother, my mom have been a real support to me through all of this. Anyway, I'm not saying all this so anybody can feel sorry for me. I'm fine. I'm going to be fine. I always know that I'm going to be fine when stuff happens to me. Um, I just wanted to let you know basically where I've been, why I haven't really been posting consistently, even though I had stuff already filmed and ready to go. So yeah, anyway, I think I just posted the last thing I had ready to go. So I definitely had to get in and edit this and whatnot. I need to do my haul, my book haul from October. I had so many books, like I bought way too many books in October. Excuse me, but I want to definitely get that haul up, get it filmed and get that haul up and everything like that. So anyway, as you can see, I have been going through all of my journals and getting everything caught up, adding my pictures, sometimes writing in my entry for the day and stuff like that. Definitely had to record my Hobonichi haul with all of my One Piece stuff, because literally One Piece is my personality now, okay? I'm sorry, it is what it is. I am obsessed. I don't see myself not being obsessed for a long time. It is such a magical, wonderful, out of this world story. And when I tell you, like, epic, okay, like I feel about One Piece how I felt about like Game of Thrones or Vikings, or like it's probably more. Because this story has been going on since 1999. This year is actually the 25th anniversary. I'm pretty much caught up on the anime. I stopped in the middle of Egghead Island because they didn't still, can I talk? They didn't have the rest of the season with the dubbed actors' voices, and I didn't feel like watching it in the original because I just prefer the dubbed voices that I've been listening to. So yeah. And it is what it is. When I tell y'all, this story is so heartwarming and touching and phenomenal, and just all of the themes and the characters, like they get in you and you see yourself in these people, and it's just fantastic. Like, it's out of this world fantastic. And I am a little salty that I was not put on to this earlier. However, thankful that the live action came out September of last year, and I now get to love and enjoy this wonderful story with all of these wonderful characters. So yeah, anyway, I did go to the vote this day. As you can see, I am thankful that I voted early. I did go to early vote. I typically go to early vote, especially when it's also the presidential race, because by the time I was November 5th came around, I was in the hospital or rehab, so I wouldn't have been able to go vote anyway. So very thankful about that. I think I will be trying to make sure I early vote from now on, which I usually do, but sometimes I go on the day. Just thankful that I got my vote in this time. And so yeah, anyway, just filling out here how I usually do with my books, what I've read from when to when here. I'm actually currently trying to catch up in my reading journal. I probably won't be filming any of that or any of my spreads or anything like that until I get into November or December entries, just because now with everything that happened, I am so behind. and I just want to catch up, and it's easier for me to do that on my own without having to worry about filming it or anything like that. So yeah, anyway, I have started working on that last night. And so I just have to continue and get all of my information down. Anyway, here is my magic of eye, getting that decorated for that week, which I didn't even get to use. But anyway, so my thing with magic of eye, I was really contemplating, because I use it basically for like to keep like spiritual quotes that I come across, or my gratitude, which I've been liking that for, or whatever. But I was wondering to myself, do I really need to buy that this year? I can use one of the myriad of notebooks that I have in my stash to kind of make my own and do the same thing or whatever. And literally every time I started having that thought, the next thing that I would see would be an advertisement for Magic of Eye and the planners. And I'm like, is this the sign? Like, just go ahead and buy the damn planner. You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm probably going to end up with another Magic of Eye planner, using it for the same purpose this year, which I had said before. But as I said, I was like, well, I can kind of do this on my own and use up one of the notebooks but I have. But like, y'all don't understand when I say literally, I would be having a thought, and then I would be like, and I would scroll on my phone, and the next thing, it was Magic of Eye. I was like, what is happening here? So, and it happened several times. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna take the hint and order my Magic of Eye. So I do need to do that, and get that done. I will share when that comes in. I don't know if I will do like an extensive flip, since I've done that in the past, but you never know. What, I guess it just depends on what I feel like when it comes in, especially with everything that's going on and me just getting reacclimated to being back at home and having to figure out my leg situation and all that kind of thing. So yeah, anyway, that is pretty much wrapping up this video. I have finished, well, this was my photo of eye, Lord Jade, photo a day journal catch up so far, and I actually did some more of this, so that'll be in the next video, because when I got home, as I said, I'm behind on everything, so I'm trying to catch up, but I am going to take my time and take it easy, because I have been through a lot. So yeah, anyway, I'm getting my entries written down, and that pretty much wraps this video. So once I'm done writing those entries, I will do a quick flip of it. And so yeah, anyway, that's it. If you have any comments or questions about anything, please leave those below. I trust that you all have been safe and well, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.